Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and today we have a haul video. And yes, I did some shopping. It is like, oh yay, we had so much fun doing some shopping. But first, let's do our shout out. It's Patty and Courtney at Giving Stitch, right? I mean, they're just having a lot of fun on their channel, and you guys have got to go check them out. It's just, they're having a hoot over there. And also Kate at Things Kate Makes. It's a twofer today. You get 2 shout outs today. It'd be kind of fun. So yeah, this is all those guys are they're just having a good time. So go give them some words. Both of the YouTube channels will be in our show notes below. Go give them some words of encouragement, thumbs up and all that other stuff, right? And while you're doing thumbs up, make comments, share, like, subscribe, hit our bell. Give us some words of encouragement too, so we can continue giving you some fun free content. But okay, now you're also going to find where I went shopping. That was just like, oh my goodness, I just couldn't believe it. And when we walked in, now we were on the south side of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. This is where I live. And we walked into one of my favorite quilt stores, and she was having a sale. Dorothy was having a sale. I was just like, oh my God, it was such a blissful day. I'm so blessed. So what I did is I picked up 2 separate bundles of low volumes. Now, I'm always looking for good low volumes. I find that I go through a lot of low volumes very quickly. Now these are fat 8s, so they go, because they're smaller than a fat quarter, they go straight into my scraps, and it's a good way of pulling together some fun projects. Now this bundle here is black and white, or white and grays. Just beautiful. Just a beautiful pattern. And you've got some, like some really interesting, there's a couple of white on whites, but you do have some very interesting patterns in this. I just thought, we got some scissors here I just love. But they're all just adorable, adorable prints. And I thought, okay, this one's mine. And then I saw this one. And it has just, let's start with the ladybugs. Like, I couldn't believe I saw these really adorable ladybugs. I thought, well, they'd look cute. And then there's some beautiful posies as well. And then there's some paisley prints and some rainbows with shooting stars and other rainbow prints, hearts, geometrics, curves, some more colorful low volumes. Because I find too, like, when I get low volumes, they're really creamy or really white. They're not really a lot of fun. Like this one's fun. This one would make a big impact on a quilt. Of course you have some stars, more ladybugs. It's just like, I thought, oh yeah, this one's mine too. And again, fat 8s. Fat 8s are perfect when you're making quilt blocks, because you use up probably a good chunk of this before when you're cutting it out right away. So that's a good one to throw into these are great ones to throw into your scraps. And I have to freshen up those scraps every once in a while, because they get kind of, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They don't look great all of a sudden, right? So, but just so you know, now I have been looking at this particular pattern. Now normally I don't buy patterns. I don't buy patterns. I have so many ideas. I will never get to sew all the quilts that I wish to make at some point in my life, right? And I have told my daughters, my crazy shorthand, the only person who knows how to read it is me. So when I pass, there's a box, a great big huge cube box of ideas. Just take it and throw it out, because nobody's going to be able to, understand what's going on. So this one is a beginner pattern, and it's by Paper Pieces, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and it's English paper piecing, beginners. But I thought, what a cute little pattern. Well, first what caught my eye was the templates, right? Because I thought, okay, some of these templates are just adorable, nice small size. I could, do a lot of things with these just in hand sewing. And then Dorothy at Trapunto said, no, there it goes with the pattern. And I had been looking at this pattern already, and I was like, ooh, we could have fun. And it only takes 10 colorful fat 8s and 3 colorful fat quarters, or yardage. You could take yardage out of this too. But this one is a perfect little scrap buster too, right? So it's like, and it would make a great quilt for a child, for a charity quilt or whatever, small child, because the dimensions are 30 by 36. Well, I would put a bigger border on it and make it a little bit bigger, but it would make a cute little baby quilt. And once you get the templates, and there's also included here are the English paper piecing papers. Well, once you get that, you know, you can make this over and over and over again, right? So you could have a lot of fun adding all sorts of other blocks in here too, right? So I do like English paper piecing. It's the perfect hurry up and wait project when you're going to the doctors or you're going to hospital visits or something. It's the perfect one to take, right? So I think I will get some of this ready just for me, just to play, you know, just to have something else to do. Now, every time I see these, of course, I pick them up. They're the 1/2-inch hexies. Yeah, I know. You guys are going, what? Yes, the 1/2-inch hexies are very small, little bundles of joy, and every time I pick these up, I do go like, oh, I have to have some more. They're just great. They're just a fun, quick little project, and it's faster to sew them together than it is to thread baste them into place, right? So, I mean, once you're basted in, you can use up all sorts of little crumbs. Perfect for little crumbs, perfect scrap buster, and just make like little placemats or a little table topper or something. And it would just be so darling. Another great hurry up and wait project. So this is all what I got from Trapunto. Now Trapunto does have an online store, and I will be putting that link in our show notes for these, because they were, like I say, the sale. I was with my husband, so when you go on a fabric sale with your spouse, it's like going deer hunting with the park warden. So, you know, there's only so much you can get, but she did have some beautiful fabric, and she has an online presence. Now, the other place we went, you've noticed my black 301A is gone, right? Because it went to the sewing machine spa, but the sewing machine spa is called Sewing Central, and Central Sewing, I mean, and I decided, okay, I'm going to go pick up a few rulers. Now, this ruler I've been looking at, and this ruler is from Jaybird Quilts, and it's called the Super Sidekick, and it's an 8-inch or 8.5-inch, 8.5-inch 2-to-1 ratio ruler, right? It also will help you make like triangles and all the rest of the stuff, right? Like, yeah, 60 degree, I believe it's 60 degree, no. I'm not sure. I have to take a better look at this. Yeah, 60 degree triangles or half triangles or diamonds, right? So, like if you were making a diamond, you would use this part of the ruler, right? This area. If you're making half square triangle or the half square rectangles, you would use this part, right? Or if you were making just triangles, 60 degree triangles, you would use this part. Right, so this area here. So this is kind of a versatile ruler, and it's interesting ruler that I like working with. Now, yes, I do have rulers with 60-degree marks on them, but sometimes it's just nice to have a ruler that's designed for the job. And I do have some ideas coming up where I will be using this kind of a ruler, so it's not going to be wasted. But wow, rulers are expensive nowadays. So this, I thought, yeah, this is a really nice one to have. So I'm hoping that, you know, I'll get some use out of it. Now, in my hand sewing bag, of course, as well, a seam ripper has gone missing. I have no idea where it is, but when I do those hurry up and wait appointments, I no longer have a seam ripper. So I figured, okay, this seam ripper is by Clover, and it's a really nice, small, seam ripper. Like, it's a good seam ripper, and it's got a little plastic cover, which I don't know how well it's going to handle. The seam ripper I love is this one, and this is also seam fix. This is a nice one to have with a little rubber, because then you're not poking yourself. But I think this one might do for my hand sewing bag. I'm not sure how well that plastic is going to protect me while I reach into my bag, but I need a seam ripper. Also, there are friction pens. I thought, okay, the gel pens, these are friction pens. They remove by water, and they're really fast. They're really fast to use, and it's a click pen. So, you know, like if you're working with whatever color. So I picked a pink and a blue, and it seems to be working. They seem to work really well. Friction pens have been around for a while, but these, they're like a gel finish, so it's a little different finish. So hopefully I'll be able to see this on some darker fabrics as well. But I decided, okay, mine has dried out and is no longer useful, so I'm going to pick up replacements for that. And now, my friend Jamie in Tucson works at Quilter's she works at the Quilt Basket. And the Quilt Basket as well has an online presence. And Jamie and I have been friends for a long time now. And I, since we moved away from Tucson, I have missed her so much. But she is just so part of my heart and what we do around here. And her sense of community and love is very much inspired by her. She sent me a belated birthday present. What happened, she bought these Jen Kingwell prints. These Jen Kingwell prints are just like stunning. I just love Jen Kingwell stuff. Like we never see any of these in Canada. And I just want to pop out these and just show the colors that are in here. So they were in the discount bin at where the Quilt Basket where she works. And so she was like, okay, I'll pick these all up. Then she put them in her home and she kind of hid them in a safe place. We've all done that, where we hid something in a safe place and never to be found again. I've now labeled a safe place and I misplaced the box. So it never works, right? So she found them, and this is my belated birthday gift. So I'm going to put the store where she works in the show notes, because they have an online presence as well for a lovely store. And yeah, Jamie, thank you so much. These are just gorgeous. I just like, oh my God, I just love these. And like I say, we don't see, where I'm in Canada, I do not see these. I do not see these at all. And I'm just like, I just love this kind of fabric, you know, this very eclectic looking, and it all goes together. Everything is just so perfectly planned out. Like, yeah, this is the kind of thing you need. So these are my 3 hauls, because I did go shopping and then I got a gift. But I don't do many hauls. So when I do hauls, I like to show you guys what we get. So anyways, I hope everything is going awesome in your life and your 1/4 inch is absolutely perfect and you can find everything in your sewing room. Yeah, I know that's a stretch. Yeah, okay. But stay well and take care until we see each other again. Okay, bye! My husband and I would like to thank you for all of your support and watching our videos and sharing and liking. It has just been, you've put us on such an amazing journey and we are having so much fun. I hope everything is going so well in your life and, you know, your 1/4 inch is perfect. Everything is working out for you. And we're just so happy to be part of your life and you having, like I say, you're watching us. I was just so thrilled that you're doing that. So I want to say goodbye and I want to thank you with all my heart. Okay? Take care. Bye.